the Panthers are inconsistent, the Eagles can't play defense. It should all make for an entertaining Monday Nighter. Hey, how are you? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kerwin with you on the VSiN NFL Preview, exclusively here on CBS Sportsline, breaking down the 6-5 Panthers and the 5-6 Eagles. And Pat, let's start with Carolina. An awful offensive performance in Washington last week. A disappointing loss. And let's start with Steve Smith here, because he is the big reason this team did not really win the football game. They could not get him the ball. In their other 8 games that he's played this season, he's getting 870 yards, 15.3 per catch. Just 5 catches, 34 yards in the game on last Sunday in Washington. What does Jake Delhomme, what does he have to do differently here?
Well, you can't force the ball. In the National Football League, and I know Steve Smith's a great player, and last year I could make a case he was the MVP of the league, and he didn't even have support on the other side. You can't force the ball, and you have places to go, and that's what, if I was coaching Jake, we'd do. Okay, when they're going to roll that coverage over there and play bracket and roll coverage to Steve, go to Keyshawn right now. It'd really help if they had a tight end, but go to Keyshawn. And the other place I'd go, and I'd feed the ball to D'Angelo Williams. This guy's at 4.8 yards a carry. He's healthy now. That's what I do. If D'Angelo Williams establishes the run early, and they know they mean business with that, it'll loosen up for Steve, and we get the ball back to Steve.
Well, the talk last week was, how would the Eagles' offense do without Donovan McNabb? That wasn't the problem.
That's right.
It was the defense that was the problem. They gave up 45 points last week. The game wasn't even close. Jeff Garcia didn't have a chance because he played pretty well in that game.
Play well.
And you see the defensive comparison here. The Panthers are pretty good across the board. The Eagles just awful against the run. So it fits your point. Take D'Angelo Williams and stuff the ball down the Eagles, because that front line just isn't stopping anybody.
You know, I felt that way until I watched the last 2 game tapes, and a player led me to you better go back and watch the tape, Pat, if you want to make a solid comment on these guys. Here's what I saw when I watched it. They miss tackles. And the Jim Johnson defense, scheme-wise, they're the same defense that played great defense the last couple of years. They've got talent, but they miss tackles in the open field. And at this time of year, it's a challenge. What, are you going to put pads on and have tackling drills? I doubt it. It's a point of emphasis, though, for Andy Reid and Jim Johnson, because if you watch this game and you see missed tackles in the first quarter, the Eagles are in for a long night.
Well, it's all part of the reason last week Joseph Adai had 171 yards and, almost had a 200-yard game if they would have left him in. All right, let's talk about, real quickly, the Panthers' remaining schedule. 6-5 right now, still in the wild card hunt, but they cannot stay this inconsistent throughout the rest of the season and make the playoffs. It's a tough schedule, though. It's finishing with at New Orleans and at Atlanta. You got the Giants in there as well, assuming the Giants start playing better. It's a tough schedule. Do the Panthers make it?
Just quick look at the schedule off the graphic there. I'd say they're 3-2 at worst. They have a chance to win 4 games, but I'd say they're going to go 3-2 in the final group here.
Does that start with a win against Philly?
Yes, it starts with a win against Philadelphia Eagles, and I think they make the playoffs. Boy, the NFC, those wild card spots, they're up for grabs, and as I said earlier, I think 9 wins gets you 1.
Yeah, it may actually get you 2 in this division as well.
We went to the playoffs one year with an 8-8 record, so this is the kind of year that an 8-8, I'd hate to see it happen. I don't think that should happen anymore, but 9-7 will get you in.
Yeah. All right, folks, it's the Monday Nighter. Panthers and Eagles kick it off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And for more on this game or any other in Week 13 or any other results from Week 13, be sure to stay tuned to CBS Sports. For Pat Kerwin, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.